Today we're taking a viral recipe that we found on TikTok and we're making it keto using a special product. A lot of times when I'm scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, wherever, I see recipes where I automatically feel left out because I'm following a low carb or a keto diet. And I think that a lot of people feel that way. But on this channel, we like to look at these recipes and think, how can we adjust these to make them lower carb or keto? And this recipe that we are referring to has over 12 million views and almost 1 million likes. It's by the creator Yaron. We're gonna be leaving a link in the description to his TikTok account in the description below if you wanna see this video. But it's called Creamy Vodka Torriglione and Burrata. We don't have torriglione pasta, but you know what we do have? Immi pasta. And yes, the shape is going to be different, but I think it's gonna get really close to what we want. Sarah and I, we love Immi Ramen. This is a ramen, but guess what? Sarah and I don't necessarily use it that way.
It is good like that.
Yeah,
on its own, but
it's good as ramen, but I'm always looking to recreate like Italian dishes and using it as a normal pasta. So a lot of times we will just save the spice packets that come in these ramen for later. We have a coupon code linked in the description, so you should definitely check it out. This has 5 grams of net carbs per the packet and the ramen, but it's not gluten-free. So if you have a problem with gluten, that doesn't mean that you have to be left out either, because why don't you use your own gluten-free version in this recipe? At its essence, isn't pasta just a vehicle for sauce and toppings? In the past year, Sarah and I have used Immi in innovative ways. Some of the standouts for me were chicken Bellagio, a favorite from Cheesecake Factory. It was delicious. We've also used it to make a creamy carbonara. It was amazing. We've used it to make ramen, but we took a viral cheesy ramen hack and used it with this product instead. And of course, we used it to make a dupe for Panda Express chow mein, which was like our foray into using Immi Ramen in that way. It says that you're supposed to cook it for 8 minutes, but Sarah and I cook it for double that. It gives us a really, really nice pasta feel. So that's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna boil some water and throw a couple of packets in there.
try a strand.
So we're just gonna pour this in here, rinse it with some cold water, stop that cooking process. So we're gonna talk about the rest of the ingredients that you're gonna need to make this amazing looking pasta dish. And that is heavy cream, Parmesan Reggiano.
Not Reggiano? Did you say
It's
that?
not Parmigiano Reggiano.
No, it's Reggiano.
Tomato paste, shallots. You're gonna need shallots. Garlic, vodka, just 1.5 ounces. Red pepper flakes, black pepper, salt, and olive oil. And then you're gonna need some parsley and some burrata. It's mozzarella cheese filled with shreds of mozzarella soaked in cream, and it shall burst onto the pasta dish.
Not by itself, you're gonna cut
Right,
it open
once you cut it open. So this comes with 2 small burrata balls, which is gonna be perfect for our individual servings. I don't know how to cut a shallot. I've probably used shallots probably like twice in my life on this channel. I'm having one of those eye reactions. I never have that with onions.
Same.
Sarah and I are lazy, so we typically use garlic powder. I feel like people mince it way more than that. Okay, in a pan, we're gonna put a couple tablespoons of olive oil and we're gonna cook up our shallots and our garlic. The recipe calls for red pepper flakes, but now we can't find them. So we're gonna just throw something together here. We're gonna use a little bit of this Italian herb grinder, which does have red pepper flakes in it, and maybe a touch of ground cayenne. Whatever, it's like the same thing, right? Right?
Yeah.
There we go. I can go overboard with this.
That's enough.
Okay. Smells good. Already.
Very aromatic.
I'm already impressed by myself. Next up, we're gonna put in about 1.5 tablespoons of tomato paste. Here's our vodka. This bottle's been in Sarah's house for about 1.5 years now. So this is gonna be like 1.5 ounces. So I'm assuming this is an ounce. Ask people that used to go out with me how I would pour a drink, and I wasn't using this, let me tell you. Okay, we're almost there. Next up, we're gonna add in a cup of heavy cream and 1/4 of a cup of the Parmesan, or Reggiano.
Parmesan Reggiano.
Parmigiano.
Say it faster.
Parmesan Reggiano.
There you go.
You would typically be adding in pasta water at this point, and I know that people are gonna say, you need the starch, but no. Mix that in. Now we're gonna let this simmer for like 10 minutes. We're gonna dump in our Immi noodles, kind of coat them, and then we're gonna start plating it up. And we're gonna put some parsley on top, burrata on top, and we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try it. It's a bit big for this. I know. The burrata to pasta ratio is a bit off. There is such a thing though as like the mini burrata balls.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I don't know. Or you could split it in half and then...
But then it would go everywhere. This is a lot of burrata, and we did this because this is what we bought. We're gonna go with it. Maybe a mini burrata ball would also be less calories, less fat, and less carbs, because one of these has about 4 grams of carbs. Yum. Okay.
burrata, it's like been around for a long time, but I think it's just coming into its own. People are starting to enjoy it. It's kind of like a delicacy.
Oh, this is rich. This is
What's the perfect bite to get a little piece of the burrata and the pasta? It's decadent, rich, overwhelming. No, I was kidding.
What's interesting, you have the hot pasta with the cold burrata. It's hot and cold. Can you heat burrata?
We tried heating burrata. It melted completely.
Right.
Remember? Wah.
I love it. This is
Yeah.
really good. The Immi pasta,
Held up. It's still very. It's not like was that al dente. I'm not,
but it tastes like pasta to me. And a lot of times I'm very sensitive to Parmesan, but I'm liking this.
it all depends on which type you use too. Some are more fragrant than others.
You could probably use like Kaizen.
Yeah.
Kaizen cavatappi.
Yeah. I've been really liking Kaizen products lately too. Yeah, but Kaizen does not have a spaghetti yet.
Really?
No, so this is still like one of our favorite spaghetti replacements.
Well, it's not, I mean, yeah, it's ramen, but if you can tolerate gluten, which we can, then this is our favorite choice. We talked about all these different options in a recent video where we went over different pasta replacements for keto. Sarah and I really are relaxed about the way we do keto, because we want to enjoy a lot of stuff like this. We get to feel like we're indulging. And to me, I don't know if I would remember what a regular spaghetti tastes like after this.
And like we think generally that the pasta is a vehicle for the sauce and the flavor that you're putting on top of it generally.
I hope that you guys are inspired to look at any recipe and think, how can I make that keto? You know, we do follow in the footsteps of some people that really like to create recipes. Sarah and I, we can add some stuff here and there, but
We're not recipe makers.
We're not bakers or recipe makers for the most part. So this was amazing. I cannot wait to make this again. My husband is gonna love this. I gotta make it for Brad. If you guys want to see another video where we used Immi to create the Cheesecake Factory Chicken Bellagio, that one was amazing. Alex was screaming in his room how good that one was. You can click right here and watch that video, and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah, and we are the Keto Twins signing out. Clean Plate Club.